What's up, everybody? DCW Hawks here, with me as always,
Devin.
And today we're going to take a look at the McFarlane Toys, The Dark Knight Returns, Build a Figure, Build a Horse Wave. That's a lot to say. See, there's horse parts, Batman junk, and pretty horse we can build. Alright, let's check them out. So we have the figures out of the package, and it's a little bit different review. It's an entire wave. We're going to build a horse, which is cool. So we're going to be doing it differently. We're just going to take a look at each one individually, but kind of run through things quicker than normal. So first we start off with Superman. And that is definitely the Frank Miller artwork. You can back the camera just a little bit. You can definitely tell. He's got that weird, goofy looking face. But like I said, it looks right out of the comic book. And the movie, for that matter. Which is like one of my favorite animated movies. Based off a comic. I really enjoy it. He's got his big swoopy hair. Side-eye to boot. Classic McFarlane. We'll go through articulation on him real quick. His head goes to the left, to the right. It's kind of springy. You see it spring back a little bit. Not so much up. Maybe a little bit. I think his hair kind of gets in the way. Could probably fix it with a articulation mod, and you look that far down and to the right, apparently. Arms go very far out. No bicep cut. Single jointed elbow, but they do rotate, and they're not. I thought I was gonna miss the bicep cut, but I really don't. He's got the McFarlane wrist balls, which are pretty well hidden. The cuffs of his sleeves come up pretty high. And moving down, he's got pretty much a diaphragm joint side to side. A little bit of rotation. No crunch, really. That far back. Well, he's got some weird stomach issues going on here. He's just line everything back up. Red trunks with the yellow belt, the way Superman should. But the belt loops are not painted. If you look, the whole thing is molded in red plastic, and they just painted the yellow on top. So you can see there they missed some paint.
Which means that if you want to, though, to make the belt loops red like they're supposed to be, you just need a little bit of acetone.
Yep, just a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way. Wipe it off quick. Don't let it stand down there. It'll melt your plastic, man. Not good. Speaking of plastic, this Superman legs are... Look at that. All junked up. It's like it's melted already. We just opened these. That's weird. Anyway, classic McFarlane crotch with the weird pieces. A little bit of rotation. Not too bad. Legs will go out that far. Double jointed knees. Almost all the way. A McFarlane ball for the foot. You can go that far down, that far up. A little bit of a rocker. And toe articulation. Now for Superman's accessories, he comes with your classic trading card. Superman, Dark Knight Returns. And the whole bio, blah, blah, blah. Pause it if you want to read it. A figure stand, which is not a flight stand. He did not come with a flight stand. 2 chokey hands. Why are they opposite? There we go. Are they Batman chokey hands, you think?
Most likely.
Diamond cutter hands. Yeah, bang! Maybe he's a wrestling fan. Who knows? They have wrestling on Krypton? Do they have wrestling on Krypton?
I have no idea.
Probably not. And the back meaty legs to build a horse. These things are heavy. Solid plastic. Holes. We'll get to the holes later. Alright. Next, the Joker. And this Joker is kind of odd. Oh, let me put his tie back to the way it was. Yeah, his tie is all windswept and off to the side. I like the windswept stuff, but some of it just doesn't need to be. Like, you look at his hair, it's perfectly fine and straight. But his tie is swept off to the left. Make any sense?
Not really, no.
No, that doesn't make any sense. And, yeah, it's super textured. It looks cool. Looks really nice. Double jointed elbows, but we'll go through that in articulation. I always seem to mess that part up. I start off on his head, and his face is just... Devin pointed that out if you look. It's like they missed the print when they digitally printed it. The whole right side, upper right side of his mouth is just black. You can see teeth sculpted.
Just not painted.
Just not painted. Kind of bizarre. But anyway, let's start off with the head articulation. Head goes to the left, to the right, and super far up. I mean, that's crazy amounts of up.
Would have been a lot better on the Superman.
Yeah, absolutely. Look like a Joker torpedo. Coming right at the camera. That's pretty cool. Funny thing though, we were messing around with the figures before we started the video, and I went to lift Joker's head, and his hair came off. Like it, really, really bizarre looking, and like it just probably wasn't glued down in the factory good enough. But that's okay, because if you have this guy, it has a much better head sculpt. Looks way more comic accurate. So
and the McFarlane one looks squished,
yeah,
kind of.
It doesn't look very good at all. Like, I'm usually a pretty big fan of McFarlane sculpts, but on this Joker, this guy, hold on, let me do this so you angle it up a little bit. That head is just perfect for this Joker. And the scales, if you look, I think the Mattel head, which is a 6-inch scale figure, is actually bigger.
It is. It's kind of weird.
Plus the Joker kind of had a big head. To me, anyway, I always thought he did in The Dark Knight Returns. Plus he comes with a second head, which I don't know if you can see in there. I haven't opened him yet. There's a slot in his eye for that little battering right there.
Which is also the reason that it's facing sideways, because
yeah,
you got a little kid walking down the toy aisle, see Joker with
battering
a bloody hole in his eye.
Yeah, that would not go well for them at all. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the Joker review. Arms. Oh, did you hear my shoulder? Did you guys hear my shoulder? That sucked. We already did the head and the crazy hair and the movements and anything. T-pose, he's got these weird ball things right here. Doesn't really have the rotator butterfly joint that McFarlane's usually have. No bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. What the hell? Okay, so check that out. No texture on the bottom at all. Just super smooth, and you can see the ratchets. Texture on the upper part.
So like that on the other side too?
No, it's reversed.
That's weird.
No texture. Oh wait, no, it's the same, isn't it?
No, it's just the way you have the arms angled, I think. Oh wait, no, it is the same.
So they got texture on the top parts,
No texture on the bottom parts.
Well, it depends. Is that the top or is that the top? Because if your arm's going like this, that's the top. But if it's going like this, it's the bottom. Either way, they got texture on these parts, but not on these parts. Moving on. I do not like, that's why I did it earlier, this tie. We talked about the windswept. I don't like it. I want it to go in there. Looks a lot better that way. And yep, moving down, he's got no crunch inside there. I don't even think there's like the ability. I think this is one solid purple piece of plastic under here. I do like how the cuffs match though. That's pretty cool. Nice attention to detail. Legs split out. Not all the way, but it's the Joker. You don't really need them to. Plus the jacket kind of, well, now that it says it's not going to do it, but kicks it back. It's got great rotation though. Like super good. Unless I'm just breaking it, I can't tell. I really hope I'm not. Legs kick out very far. He's got his Joker high heel stilettos on for his talk show appearance. He had to be dressed to the nine. Super crunchy not a double knee. Single jointed knee. That, oh God, please don't break. Oh, okay, it rotates. It's supposed to rotate. Man, this Joker's giving me all the anxiety. He still can't get over his shoes in that, man. They were so funny, but they match. So this Joker was very keen on appearances. My foot goes back, goes up, rotates, and broken toe articulation. So that's pretty good for the Joker. Not bad. Not the best McFarlane Joker by any means, but you're gonna have the Dark Knight Returns. You need to have the Joker. And that'll fit just well. They're just nice, or something, I don't know. On to his accessories. Trading card, which is really cool. That's a really good picture, but I don't know how they got it because his arm is turned, and this arm doesn't turn at all.
That's weird.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I wonder if they like did some weird maneuvering, like turning the whole entire thing instead of just.
Who knows? I mean, they can do what they want. Anyway, they'll figure it out. Pictures. Blah, blah, blah. Pictures, what am I talking about? It's the bio. There's a picture right there. The data file for the Joker. Comes with a figure stand. DC varnish on the top. A left hand. Like a, I don't know what you would describe as, an open gripping hand. An open gripping hand. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. Alright, that's probably not true, but still pretty dumb. Anyway, he's got a left hand. And a super thick knife. Look at that handle. My God. I forgot to mention his hands are kind of loose. And it's super gummy. It's like really hard to get. Alright, well, he's gonna hold his knife like this and look at it and wonder what he's gonna do with that knife. So look at that blade, like covers half his face. That's crazy. He's looking at it like, why would I use such a stupid knife? Don't worry, you'll get a gun later. Here, stand up here. And he also comes with the saddle for the horse, which is very nicely detailed. It's got lots of little rips in it. Great leather work. Like, it looks like leather. You get like a black wash on here. Bring it out. There's some painted details, which is nice. What do they call the spurs? Isn't this the spurs?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me either. What? Not bad.
Mm-mm.
Not bad at all. And he comes with the horse's head. It's a pretty nice looking horse. It's got some... Jesus! Sorry about that. Some articulation. It's got the rope that Batman holds on to. Nice looking horse. It looks like a horse. Like it's very well sculpted and painted and everything.
It does.
Well, not so much painted. I mean, the horse is painted nice. You can see it's got gloss over the eyes. So, that wraps up Joker. Moving on. Next we have the Carrie Kelly Robin. Yeah, I said it right that time.
You did?
Carrie Kelly Robin. And she is tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I mean, you see her next to Batman. I mean, which is completely accurate, like it's supposed to be, because she was tiny in the comic and in the movie.
Well, close to half its height.
Yeah. You see her like posed up on his shoulder and stuff.
But something about how tiny she is that I've always questioned about that movie is in the scene where she first helps Batman after he's fighting the mutant leader. How does that tiny little girl drag that gotta be close to 200, 250-pound man?
Oh, yeah.
Like uphill through mud.
They say adrenaline going, you can lift a car off somebody.
True.
I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. But anyway, I'll take a look at her. It looks like, so far, out of all the stuff we've seen so far, this is like dead ringer for what she looked like in the comic and in the movie. Got those weird goggle glasses things going all the way around. Let's zoom in on them. Yep, she's got side eye under there too. How do you like that? Nice orange hair. It'd be cool if there's like a little bit of a wash to it or something, but not too bad. It's like 80s, just screams 80s comic book. It's probably the best comic book in my opinion. One of my favorites. One of my favorite stories. They call them story arcs. I enjoy it. Nicely painted details. A little fuzzy around the R here, but...
See, they at least got her belt buckles, right?
yeah. And it's all molded in red too. All they do is paint the black. You gotta cut costs when you can cut costs, I guess. Let's go through articulation real quick. Head goes left, right, exorcist. That far up. Well, she can bury her chin into her cape, so that's pretty cool. She's got arms go out that far. She's got the rotator butterfly cuff. Bicep cut. Wow, she's got all the articulation. Double jointed elbow. Let's see. It would go further, but her little cuffs on her gloves here get in the way. They meet the shirt. Nothing really in the waist. I think it's because of the outfit here. Yeah, no crunch forward or back. Splits pretty well. She does have ball joints as opposed to the regular ratchet joints.
It's weird. I wonder why they did that.
I think it's because of the smaller figures have that.
Probably.
Because the Damian Wayne Robin has that too. Or maybe it's just Robin figures. Who knows? Legs kick out. Fairly good amount. Just kick her own butt. Like her pointy leprechaun elf shoes help with that. Very good articulation on her. And her feet are on the McFarlane balls. Go down that far. Up. Jesus. Very far. That's definitely broken. Rocker. And this This Carrie Kelly's got all the articulation for the whole wave is all put into her. And you got that broken toe articulation. I mean, she can touch the top of her toes to the top of her feet. It should not be like that. So the smallest, which would make sense, I guess. She's the smallest and probably the most articulated, I would say, so far. Batman's big and stocky, so I don't think he's going to touch her in articulation. Stand? Is she going to stand? Move her back a little bit, maybe? Yeah, she's definitely going to need a figure stand. Okay, we're good. And Carrie Kelly comes with her data file card. Great picture on the back. That's what sucks about this wave is all the pictures on the back are Batman riding the horse. Like, we usually cut the backs out and hang them up on the wall, but can't do that with this one. And obviously they took the picture for them all.
Yeah, they took the time, and the photographer and the poser, and they took the pictures all to use the exact same one on the back.
Doesn't make sense. Anyway, here's her data file. Pause it if you'd like to read it. Give you one more second. There you go. She also comes with, as always, a figure stand, which you're going to need with her, at least our copy anyway. Her slingshot, which she uses quite often. And I did want to say something earlier. She's got what would look like a trigger finger, but it looks like, oh, where'd it go? You put this is also kind of gummy in the hands, or it's hard to get in there. But anyway, you get the idea. You can have her look like she's maybe. So I wish these weapons were a little bit like harder plastic, especially when you get them in such rigid poses. It's hard to get them to work. See, there we go. It looks like she's pulling back on her slingshot, ready to shoot a pebble at the mutant leader. I get sidetracked so easily. She's not gonna stand, I don't care. And she comes with these two big bottom pieces for the horse. It's gonna be a big horse. Big horse.
Which it makes sense that she's the smallest figure.
Comes
which means she can come with the biggest stuff.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Alright. Front and center, B-Man. The Dark Knight himself. And that face is just awesome. The gritting teeth, the wrinkly cowl, short ears. He's stocky. He's perfect. Aesthetically, anyway. He is aesthetically perfect for what he's supposed to be modeled after. The wrinkles in the suit. There's no armor in it. It's just old Bruce Wayne kicking everybody's ass. Dressing up like old ladies in grocery stores, liquor stores. Oh, crazy. I've seen a lot of people get two of these and make the blue version, you know, with like the pouches on the side and everything. I'm gonna try to track another one down and do that myself. But these wrinkles on the cape, very nice. Now let's go through his articulation. His head turns to the left, to the right, looks up, decent amount, not a great amount, but if you add the back, you can get him looking up. Bury his chin, not bad. Arms go out very far in the T-pose. No bicep cut. Single jointed elbow, but it rotates. It's like him and Superman. They don't really bother me that they don't have the bicep cut. It's got the butterfly. Waist, there's a cut there, but you get absolutely nothing going forward. Going back, nothing. It does rotate a little bit. Yeah, you got some rotation in there. Waist, nothing. Legs, split out that far. Thigh cut, but you don't really need it on this one because that's like probably one of the best like waist swivel or thigh swivels I've seen on a McFarlane.
It's kind of funny.
And then he goes and gives you this too. Todd's got us all freaked out. Legs go forward about yay far. Double jointed knees don't quite go in all the way. And going down to the foot, up, down, pivot, and broken toe articulation. So, not bad. Definitely gonna do those mods to him to give him more crunch, because you gotta get that classic Dark Knight Returns pose where he's sitting there crunched over, holding his fists. You can't really do that the way it is right now. And Batman comes with probably the most accessories out of anybody. An awesome figure card. Like, that looks cool. That looks really cool. Data file on the back. Pause if you want to read it. A figure stand. 2 extra fists. Oh, I put them the wrong way again. For doing that pose I was talking about. And a bat rope. It's supposed to be like the grapnel, I think, but it's just not a gun, just a rope he throws up. Hopefully it lands and he just climbs up it. Be cool if it was on a bendy wire. Just molded plastic.
So something that I did notice, which they could have done, that battering right there fits perfectly in his hand. They could have very easily taken the exact sculpt, cut off the rope, and given us a battering accessory. Although he does have the most accessories of anyone, so I guess it doesn't really, can't complain too much.
I think I would have taken a battering over this rope, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, yep, it does. Fits right in his hand. Need to do like a add-on pack or something. Like just different accessories for like entire waves. Different head for Superman.
The mug for Joker, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff. Like a fist that has batterings in it. That would be pretty cool. And he also comes with the floofy tail for the horse. And the 2 front legs for the horse. And they actually have sculpted, if you look at it, sculpted ball joints in there, which is pretty nice. Alright, so that's a look at all the figures. I always say we put a horse together, shall we? And ta-da, we have a horse. This thing is huge. Absolutely huge. Back the camera up a little bit just so you can see just how big he is. Looks like a horse.
Does look really good.
Yeah.
And surprisingly realistic since it's from a comic book.
Yeah. That's gonna have to get, like, well, it'll be held in place. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. That looks so much like raw leather. like a strap. That's crazy. Horse has got, he can move his head, or his neck, I guess. It's got some articulation there. Also on a ball joint, you can move it up and down. His legs go down.
It's extremely stiff.
Yeah, it's very stiff. They go up pretty far. Got a single jointed knee. Little sculpted McFarlane ankle balls on the horse. Jesus. Back legs are just about the same. Kick back. Single jointed knees. And sculpted McFarlane ankle balls. And the tail's even articulated. Check that out. Go all the way around. Left and right. Little McFarlane ball right there. Just gotta kind of spin it around where you want it. Oh, pretty cool. Something really outside of the box for a Build-A-Figure. It's a Build-A-Horse, but it's a very pivotal scene in the show, or in the comic and in the movie, where he's rallying the sons of Batman to come together, save Gotham. So we'll bring him in, got the horse done. Now let's get some size comparisons. So here we have the wave of figures that you need to buy in order to build the horse. This is how they scale up against him. Joker done lost his hair. Carrie Kelly's tiny. Yeah, I really got nothing else. I did want to bring in a different figure though, which I think is very cool. And very, you know, I want to see him on a horse.
Very fitting to this.
Yeah. Look at him post up, right? Mr. Cowboy Shit himself, Hangman Adam Page.
He honestly scales pretty well with them.
Yeah, he does.
He's a slight bit tall, but that might just because Joker's bald.
Yeah, I mean, that could be. I mean, put him up against Superman.
Seems.
Well, plus he's a wrestler. Wrestlers are bigger dudes anyway.
Yeah.
So. Well, that's cool. Hangman with a horse. Oh, he almost fell over. And of course. Oh, there's his hair. Marvel Legends Deadpool.
And as always, short.
Yep.
But not the shortest this time.
Nope. It's in a different scale. Alright guys, well thanks for tuning in for this long video. I appreciate it. We always appreciate any likes, comments, whatever we get. Doesn't go unnoticed, so I'll see you guys in the next one.
Later.
See ya.
Like kissing cannibal of words lift the tongue, a crowd of voices. I don't know exactly what they want. Been trying hard to reach myself, sending messages in my time.